Well, hey, Westview Baptist Church. It is Tuesday, May the 5th, and by now you are probably expecting us to give you a ministry update because that's the procedure. So we have one for you, thankfully. And today, my goal is to answer a question that many of you have been wondering for quite a while, and that is, when are we going to be able to get back on the campus and do things? So, as we mentioned last week when we were kind of giving you a teaser that this was coming, we told you that the governor had put out some guidelines. We know that those were being changed. They continue to be changed. But after talking with the staff and the elders, deacons, we've come to a plan that we think is going to be able to survive the changes that are coming down the pipe, assuming that we don't have a worsening situation health-wise in Berkeley County. So, without further ado, the goal, the date that we are praying about and we are shooting for is June 7th. So Sunday, June 7th, Lord willing, we will have a Sunday morning worship service at Westview Baptist Church. Now, here's what we won't be having. In the month of June, we are only going to have church service. So we will not be having Sunday school yet, and we won't be having pretty much anything else on the campus. With the exception of a few committees and organizations that will need to meet in small groups to prepare for what's coming next, because the goal is to use June as our Sunday morning worship service return. July, we're going to try to start phasing in then Sunday school, Wednesday night, Sunday night, all the things that we would normally be doing in a July in the summer. So that's the basic plan. Now, if you're wondering about details, like where will we sit and who's going to be there, and we're sorting those details out. But let me assure you, if you are not able to be at those Sunday morning worship services beginning June 7th, we're still going to be providing other ways to participate. So in the short term, we'll be live streaming everything. The Wednesday night videos we've been putting out, other videos, those will continue to be made. You'll be able to dial in. So we don't want anybody to feel like they're forced between choosing their health or being with their church family. We're going to try to offer you a middle ground there as much as we can. So more information will be coming, but June 7th, that's the date. Please pray. And if things change, we will communicate to you as soon as we know how to respond.
Sure.
So Ethan's got some specific updates now pertinent to World Changers in VBS.
Yes, so let me tell you about World Changers first. We had already given you a ministry update about how this year's World Changers trip was canceled just because the city we were going to in New Jersey had asked us not to come. So World Changers 2020 was canceled about a week ago. We just got an update this week that due to some financial issues in Lifeway and a lot of other things going on, that World Changers, not just this year, but in all years in the future, are canceled. So World Changers is no longer in existence. So this is, of course, big news. This is sad news. It's heartbreaking. We have invested a lot of time and effort and energy into having awesome World Changers trips. And for students, I know that this may come as a shock to you. So I'm sorry that this is coming this way. I wish I could be telling this to you face to face. But there's a lot of different things that we're trying to think through right now pertaining to this. First of all, there are some financial aspects of this that we are trying to work through, and we will be figuring out when we actually get back together as a church. We'll be figuring out what to do with the financial component of World Changers. But for years future, we are trying to, well, we're already looking into alternatives, something that we can do that kind of fills the void of summer missions trips. So we will be researching that. We'll be looking into what we can do, and we'll be praying through what we can do, because we want to make sure that we can give you great summer missions experiences every year that we are able to, Lord willing.
And parents, Lifeway did tell us they're reimbursing all of our deposits that we made. Yeah. So that's not lost money.
Right.
So, but like what Ethan says, right, we're working out the details. But so we're not losing anything other than the opportunity to have future World Changers projects.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, pertaining to VBS, we've been talking also just a long time about when it is that we'll be actually hosting VBS. And we said probably 2 weeks ago that we're going to be moving it from the second week in June to sometime in August. We know for sure that we are not going to be doing it the first week of August.
Right.
There's a lot going on that week that we just can't make the accommodations work. So it is sometime in August. That is still the plan, but there are still some details that are kind of fuzzy, and we need feedback. So keep letting us know, whether or not you're going to be available to serve in August. What I want to communicate to you, and what I'm hoping that we all take to heart as we think about and pray for and consider what VBS is going to look like, is that you just be prepared to teach and connect with students. Your curriculum is available for you. We have it here. So make sure that if you are teaching a class, come and grab that. Let us know that you're coming to get it.
Yes.
We will make sure you have it. And spend time prayerfully studying the curriculum so that we can be ready whenever it is we do VBS to teach those students and show them the gospel of Jesus Christ. I think that's all I've got in terms of details for VBS right now.
Yeah, I'll just tack on one thing at the end as we wrap this up, and it's that, Ethan and I have both heard from a number of church family and different concerns, and, in the same way that every family is having a different experience right now through this ongoing lockdown, when it comes to VBS time, people are going to be in different places of their summer and their schedule. And we know that. We know that some of you, there probably won't be a time in August that works. And others, Sunday nights are good, but Wednesdays aren't, or whatever. And so we're trying to weigh those things. We know that the major factor in planning is going to be staff availability.
Right.
So when Ethan says, let him know about when you could do it. If you know that a certain week would be bad, or that you wouldn't be available to do it if we did a Sunday through Thursday format like we usually do, that's helpful information to us. Right. We're going to do something. We just have to figure out what right now, and it's still very early, and so many things are still fluid.
Yeah.
So thank you for your continued prayers. We'll be communicating more. You'll be getting details about that June 7th Sunday morning service in the week ahead. But for now, spread the word and pray that nothing else changes.
That's right.
All right? Okay. Love you, church. Talk to you soon. God bless.
Have a good week.